What's up guys, Spiritual Lemonade back with another video. We got the Q&A that I had kind of mentioned on Instagram. If I got enough responses, then I would do this. Honestly, I've never done one of these before and I thought it would be a good time to start, especially after my update video. I know some of you guys probably had some questions, but I got a good amount on Instagram and then I got a couple on YouTube as well from the comment section when I talked about it. Hopefully I'm kind of, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this. We got some people submitted several questions, which is awesome. We're gonna get right into the first one from It's Rogue 3119, also his real name is Kyle. He's at almost every concert that I go to. He's a producer. He said, would you or do you have a song with Jenna Wright in the works? Oh, that's a good question. But no, we do not have a song together. That'd be crazy if I did though. But shout out to Jenna Wright. Next up we got Lemonade's Wax. This video, no I'm kidding, it's not sponsored. But as you guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, I have a record collection and I have an Instagram page for it. Also kind of post CDs on there as well. Maybe I'll do a full video on its own of my record collection. I'd love to do that. So maybe in the next video, I might even do that before the new year. I think that would be fun just to see where I'm at. And then next year at the end of the year, see where I'm at with my collection. Next up, we got Come On Maddox. Shout out to Maddox. When's the next Spiritual Lemonade song? I don't have one planned right now. I have a couple that I made, but I won't end up releasing. The next one that you might hear me on will probably be a feature. I don't know if I can even say yet, but let's just say the song may be called Mindless, but I'm not gonna say who it's with because I don't have the authority to say. It's not my song. Sigh Thy Legend submitted 4 questions. First one, what's your hottest CHH take? This is a good one. My hottest take. We're in a place with CHH right now, and really music in general, but specifically I'm talking about CHH right now. The bar has been raised quality-wise for music. We know we have the artists, we have the capability to make really good music. Like John Keith, No Big Deal, like all those artists that are making really quality music, they've raised the bar so much that like it's really hard to compete with it. So I think it lacks some competitiveness, honestly, especially amongst some of the like younger artists out there. I feel like some people are comfortable settling for a less, like, not as good quality sound as long as it's hype or whatever. I'm expecting this too, and I'm excited for 2025, but see more artists like take it a little more serious, really put good quality music out there. So that's probably my hottest take right now. Who do you want new music from? Oh, that's another good one from Saya. I know Saya actually next year. I'm excited for new music from him. I'm excited for Hylam as well. I know he has talked about dropping at least one album next year. I'd love to see John Keith drop another project. He hasn't dropped one since Eremos, which is one of the best Christian hip-hop albums ever, in my opinion. I'm excited for No Big Deal's music, but I'm not like anticipating it. Like I already know what's gonna drop from him next year, because he's talked about it. He has the Kato on the Track project, and then, you know, Unplugged and all that. I don't know. I'm just excited for a lot of the Aliens Alive people as well. Hopefully another Indie Tribe project. Another one from Saya, CHH Song Wars When. That's actually a good idea. I've thought about doing that a few times, but it just takes a lot of time to get that kind of video running. But maybe 2025 we'll do some CHH Song Wars. And then last one from Saya, CHH Live Music Reviews When. If you guys saw my update video, I talked about this a little bit. I'm hoping to possibly do some stuff on Twitch, doing like a live music review thing, not necessarily like a reaction. I'd still post the whole video to my YouTube channel after, but I might even do something like on Instagram Live, do something like that. I haven't really looked too much into it. Next up, we got your boy Carson. Shout out Carson. He goes to my church. English or Spanish? Explain your answer in grave detail.
Baby, you got something in your nose. Sniffing that K, did you feel the hole?
And that's my answer. Okay. Favorite food? Man, this was from BRB Music. I love food. But my favorite is always pizza. Always has been and always will be. There's nothing that compares to a nice slice. A classic New York slice. The next one is KC Music. What got you started with CHH? Alright, so CHH. I think the better question to start off with is what got me into rap in general, because that is my favorite genre. I grew up in New Jersey, and when we lived in Jersey, my grandpa would come over sometimes, and like we just kind of hang out. This was like when I was really little. Like I don't even remember this. We have videos and pictures of this. We would like rap nursery rhymes together, like rub-a-dub, rub-a-dub, rub-a-dub-dub, to whatever that nursery rhyme is. I always remember that. Even from a young age, I was always kind of like, I enjoyed rap. But I grew up not really listening to any rap. The only music I really remember growing up on is like Toby Mac and anything that was on WayFM, a radio station, Christian radio station in my area. In our garage, we always had like a box of CDs. There's this one CD that I have right here with me. It's called Non-Stop Hip Hop. It's just like a random assortment of, I mean, we got Run DMC, Coolio, Salt and Peppa, DJ Jazzy Jeff, like all of the classics on the Shaggy. It's just a whole random assortment of rap music. And for some reason, this cover always grabbed my attention. I always wanted to listen to it. And anytime we opened that box of CDs, I always wanted to. You know, I wasn't allowed to because it was rap. So I always kind of was drawn to rap music. And then once I finally got my first iPod, I started out listening to really just whatever my dad was allowing me to listen to, which was a lot of just classic 2010s, you know, One Republic, The Script, like a lot of those like bands that everyone knows songs to. And then eventually I found Lecrae. I can't remember, I was just like looking on Spotify. I found Lecrae and showed my dad, and he was like, okay, you can listen to Christian rap as long as, you know, it's Christian. And that's just the whole, I went down the whole rabbit hole probably around 2017, 2018. That's when I really got into it. And then 2019, I think, is when I started my first YouTube channel, because I had grown up watching I'm Dante on YouTube, and he just does like reactions and stuff. And I was like, the Christian hip-hop space needs something like that. So back in like late 2019 is when I started my channel doing reactions. I think my first one was Wody by Eclesso, if I remember correctly. And yeah, that's on my old channel. But that's kind of what got me started with CHH, is just the curiosity of rap music. It all stemmed from this album cover right here. This one is from Noah Schnug, I think is how you say it. What do you think about CHH rappers remixing other rappers' songs? Please stop doing that. Like, I'm gonna be very honest here. I don't think I've ever even talked about this, especially if you're gonna do someone's song like gonna take a No Big Deal beat or a Kendrick Lamar beat, because No Big Deal is my favorite Christian hip-hop artist, and Kendrick is my favorite artist, like, in general of all time. Especially, like, when Kendrick dropped his album, the Not Like Us beat, everyone remixed that beat, and the second I hear that or scroll and find someone remixing it, instantly just scroll right past. I do not want to listen to it, because there's a reason that beat is so popular, because Kendrick and No Big Deal killed it, and it's almost impossible for someone else to, you know, take a beat like that and go crazy on it. The only exception is like Tyler, the Creator, did the Hey Now remix, and I don't think he out-rapped Kendrick on that beat, but I think he did get almost to the level Kendrick was at on that beat. I mean, I guess if you're just posting on Instagram and just practicing rapping over a beat like that, it's okay, but if you're like trying to be serious and drop it on like all platforms, just, that's not it for me. Next we got Literally Mika, I think is how you say it. I've checked a few of his songs out before. He says, should I drop an album? Yes, you should. I'm just gonna say that right now. You should. Next up, we got Gloa Ghost, your very first Christian hip-hop song ever, both primitive and modern. Okay, your first Christian hip-hop song. I would assume maybe the first one I heard. I honestly don't know. I feel like it's a Lecrae song for sure. I don't even remember the first song I listened to. Last three on Instagram are from Wisdom Moon. What inspired you to start Spiritual Lemonade? Kind of as I was saying before, just growing up watching streamers and YouTubers like I'm Dante, No Life Shack, just kind of creating a community and something to make people excited about music that drops. I just wanted to do that for the Christian hip-hop space, and I did that back in early 2019 with my first channel. Took a break and then started Spiritual Lemonade. And honestly, the second time when I started Spiritual Lemonade, like kind of starting my YouTube thing over again, Smoke Fest in 2022, I think, or 2023 was really what started it. Some people that I never even thought I would ever meet in person were there. They said they missed my reactions, and that's what really got me back into it. So that's what inspired Spiritual Lemonade. Where does the name come from? So we all know Lyrical Lemonade. I would assume if you're fans of rap in general, Lyrical Lemonade is a secular rap music video company. You know, it's just one of the biggest platforms to have a music video on. Then also the other meaning behind Spiritual Lemonade is the fruits of the spirit. When I say like I'm making lemonade or whatever, I'm just taking all the fruits of the spirit. That's kind of where the name comes from. And then what are your goals for Spiritual Lemonade in 2025? My goal is to just take what I have right now, the following that I have right now, continue to be consistent on the channel, even if it's not like 20 videos dropping a week. Be consistent still, steward what I have on this channel right now, not necessarily looking for my channel to blow up like it did this year. I mean, it's awesome if that happens, but I just want to continue doing what I'm doing now. And I don't know, like when I go to concerts and stuff, it would be awesome if I do more kind of interview style stuff like I did at Smokefest with Young Drew and Gavin the Hot Rod. That'd be awesome. I'm already looking at stuff I can do at Smokefest next year, kind of do the similar stuff, but then I also am working on, if anyone knows a graphic designer out there, please hit me up, because I am looking to work with a graphic designer on something. You guys will see later on. I have some ideas. So in 2025, oh, one other thing is I'm just looking to be more consistent with the short form content like Reels, Shorts, and TikTok and all that. And shout out Tuvi, he recommended the CapCut Pro version for like the AI clip maker. I'm gonna try and use that next year as well. For every video that I drop, I'm gonna do short form content with it. So that was it for Instagram. We're going back to the YouTube comment section. We got 5 more questions here. This one is from Mount ZJ Music. Do you plan on making more music? As I said in my video, the priority is not going to be my music. I mean, I write songs all the time. I kind of do like little demos just of my voice at this point. I don't really do stuff to beats anymore. But yeah, maybe in the future, as I said, also just do some fun raps just on my channel. Who is your favorite CHH artist and why? No Big Deal, 100%. For the longest time, it was probably tied between Andy Mineo and Lecrae, but my favorite CHH artist is definitely No Big Deal, especially once I found out he's from Murfreesboro, because when I first started listening to him, I had no idea where he was from. I found out he lives like so close to me, and I thought that was so cool. So it's like my favorite CHH artist is a local artist to me, and it's awesome to just be able to see how he went from even 2 years ago where he was at there for his career, and now he's just one of the top dogs now, and I'm happy to see that for him. And then Depth Oblivious Music, what's your favorite Christian genre outside of CHH? Favorite Christian genre, honestly, I'm gonna say Christian hyperpop. 6K, Reprieved, Sadvato, we got His Grace, O2 Solus, one of the goats of the Christian hyperpop space. Who else? I know there's a ton of underground hyperpop artists out there. Conan Gosling, he kind of experiments with hyperpop, but yeah, that's probably my favorite outside of that. Favorite album in CHH, definitely Eremos. That's probably best album to ever come out of CHH. Do you struggle with listening to certain CHH artists? Oh wait, this is from the favorite album was from CHH Central. The last question from Damari or Holmes, I don't know. Do you struggle with listening to certain CHH artists and your faith? Well, that's a good ending question. I guess so. I listen to music understanding that not everyone has the exact same view on certain things, especially like all different kinds of Christians believe slightly different stuff. So I'm not like really too judgmental or anything, or like struggle with listening to stuff. I feel like I'm pretty open to listening to anything, but there is a wrong way to do stuff. I'm not gonna name names. You probably can guess who I'm thinking of right now. There's one guy in particular. It's just over the top. If you come across as an artist that is judgy or judgmental, and like I struggle with listening to that kind of stuff when it gets real, almost ministry focused. I feel like the only real guy that makes like just legit straight up ministry music is MTM Isaiah. He's one of the ones that does it right. A lot of other people fall short, I feel like. So that would be probably my answer for that one. Alright, so that is the Q&A. That finishes up the Q&A video. Thank you guys for submitting your questions. I'll probably do this again sometime. Go be fruitful. Let's go.